So I'm on a bike ride right now. I'm going towards the museum, and as you can see, I'm on the bike. The key to navigate is, first of all, you should have internet with you at all times, and you should turn your location on. The other thing is you should ask some locals whenever you possibly can, because it's really hot over here, and you should not be making any detours or wrong cuts or turns, because you're gonna deplete yourself of energy. So what I do is I take it really slow and try to stop and see if I'm on the right track or not. And for now, I'm on the right track. It takes a lot more time, but it doesn't take as much time as it would for you to walk. So please, if you're on a bicycle like me, stop and see where you're going, because otherwise you don't want to wander off too far away और फिर पता चले कि आप जो हैं वो बहुत थक गए हैं and you can't even make it back. So it's better to go slow and steady. Check your phone, navigate, and then move ahead. Don't just go ahead and be like, oh, I'll ask people around. Nahi. Do both. Okay? So, inshallah, I'll be there. I'm actually going to the Archaeological Museum of Antalya, and I'll meet you guys there. And after that, I will be going to paragliding, inshallah. So, successfully, I am here. This is the museum, Antalya. The museum है, that's what it is, Archaeological Museum. And I have locked my bike up now in the bike stand. I'm really tired and I'm sweating a lot, obviously, because it's very, very hot over here. So I have come fully prepared. This is my wallet, because I didn't want to carry anything with me because I would possibly be paragliding, and now I'm going to the museum, and wish me luck. So I'm here now. I've reached the museum, and the Archaeological Museum of Antalya. And you guys can see behind me now you guys can see there's a tapestry. And here is another tapestry representing all the places which used to be here in Antalya, as you can see. Now when we go inside, we're actually going to see a whole lot more from where and how Antalya came into being, and other things as well, which obviously I have no idea about. And I'm not a huge history buff, I keep saying that. So I don't really have a lot of idea about history, specifically of this place. So it would be news to me, and I hope everybody else enjoys too. So let's go on the tour now. Okay, so I have entered the first room, and no instructions are in English, so I'm not really able to understand, but I can guess what's going on. So throughout the whole room, they have shown progression of the cities and how they progressed into modern or semi-modern civilizations throughout, like this. I have just shown you guys a 360 of the room, and now I'm going to elaborate on the pieces which they have here. So it seems to be that these are Stone Ages, and you can see that there's a fire going on in there. And soon after, they know how to make bricks from clay and use straw and plants and wood to make houses. At that time, it seems like that they had idols as well, and they have started to make little villages and colonies. And soon after this period, they figured out how to carve in stone the same kind of things, the same kind of architecture we saw in Cappadocia. But it's not specifically for Cappadocia. Now, I can't really tell what's going on because this is not in English, but I do have some idea. And then they graduated to carving stone as well. As you can see, this is Cappadocia. This is Cappadocia because I saw these kind of pillars जो कि Cappadocia में थे. And I believe that this is, oh, in fact, ये Istanbul में थे, not in Cappadocia, I'm sorry. In Istanbul, इस तरीके के architectures थे. You know, just like the Galata Tower, it looks like that. I don't know कि ये वही है, but it says Antalya, right? तो इस तरीके के architecture Istanbul में भी थे. And soon after this age of carving stone, they started to make somewhat modern houses with pillars of stones. And again, these sort of architecture, the cylindrical the cylindrical buildings are very native to this region. And that's like a colosseum, a theater maybe. And you have a clock tower. And here you have people, dolls representing people and their jobs. Women are knitting, and there's some people making music, and other women are grinding wheat. And it shows how good their table manners was. They're sitting on a round table. And they've also represented the well, or they know how to extract water from the ground. And they also have advanced towards photography. And it has started to modernize a little bit now. And as you can see, that they have tamed animals and horses. And they have also started to make pottery. It's very interesting. And now I think of it as a steel age. They're molding steel in this particular setup. They know how to mold steel, and they're bending it, and they're hammering the steel over here, as you can see. And they also have a sort of a flask to carry water in. And now they have big pots. They've started to bake. As you can see, this little kid is holding some bakery items. Bread. This is supposed to represent the bread. And there you go. This is the end of it. And we actually have cobblers at the end. I don't know why, but they have been wearing shoes the whole down the whole room. They have been wearing shoes, but this is the first time I saw cobblers. And यहाँ से actually we have the room finishes from here. So it has been really interesting. Let's go to the other places. The thing that I found interesting and worthy of showing you guys was that this is the first time I saw the pottery being decorated from all of these places. It does have some pottery like that one, but this isn't decorated. However, the pottery over here has been decorated. I'll give you around 5 seconds to guess what this is, and then I'll tell you. So these are seals. And a seal is a device having an image or a symbol, name or a figure on it. And it's used to impress these designs by applying pressure or using dyes. Sometimes they are served as signatures. So basically these are stamps. These are primitive, old stamps which were dug out of the ground. It doesn't say the date, and if it does say the date, I can't really understand because it's not in English. So sometimes idols, it says right here in this information board that there were sometimes figures of idols carved and engraved in these stamps, so that you would know which sect or from which people, from which group of people this particular text or writing is. Very interesting. So this seems to be like it was broken, and they have pieced it back together, tried to mend it. They put it in this contraption so that it won't break. They have pieced it together for sure. You can see that they have put some kind of a glue, and they don't know what it's named or what the native people named it. And there are other ceramics as well with carvings and designs on them. Again, these are all drink containers, and the ones with the narrow mouth, which we just saw last time, which were used for wine, like this one, this evolved into wider lipped containers such as these. अच्छा, I have one question. ये किसके लिए ये वाला? ये किसके लिए? For ants? It's so small. Okay, so this is something fancy right here. As you can see, this is something which has a little bit of glaze on it. It's a bit shiny. That means that this is something really fancy. And this is the hugging man or a woman. I don't really know. It doesn't say. It doesn't say anywhere what this is. So they must not know what it is. Okay, this specific thing, this specific thing, this is a container to serve as an offering for the gods. So whenever they used to offer any sort of a liquid in the name of their god, they used to do it in this container. Other assorted pottery items. Oh, this is so cute. This one's so cute. So this is mostly supposed to be lidded, but they were not able to find the lid for this. But it's supposed to be lidded. Should have a lid on it. And this, ladies and gentlemen, this right here is the toilet. This served as a toilet. Now use your own imagination as to how they used it as a toilet. It says it right here, used as a toilet. Okay, now we're getting somewhere interesting. After the toilet thing, this is a mashing pot. So you could mash vegetables, maybe grapes for wine, and maybe corn kernels and stuff. And this. And over here, these are flasks. They were usually taken on journeys. They have something engraved on it. I think it's a knight. It's a warrior. And this one, a skos. What is this? This is a fat-bellied ancient oil container. So this one is an oil container. And let's go ahead. Again, we have some fancy pottery now. Some glazed green pottery. And this one, so carrot ki tarah lag raha hai. It's amphora. So this was again a traveling vessel. Used to carry like wine, some other drinks, oil in this container. So this was used to travel with rather than serving. So these archaeological artifacts are from the 3rd millennium BC. This is supposed to be from the research that was conducted on the Prague Acropolis. It dates back to the Catholic period, which is the 5th millennium BC. So this is supposed to be some Roman architecture. This particular one is iridescent. It has holographic colors to it. It's just the feet of a statue, nothing else. These are some ornaments here. Like that's a ring, I suppose. And those are needles. All of these things were found in Antara. Antara is a province in Antalya, where I'm currently at. And Pantara is actually nearby the river. And all of these archaeological findings are from that specific area. They do have a lichen origin. And you can see that this is actually gold now. And these particular pieces of pottery were found in, I'll tell you in a bit, they were found in Agora. And Agora, again, there was like a mausoleum with lichen and Greek inscription, lichen and Greek writing on the square. And this is the picture of the square. And all of these things were found there. Now they have sort of modern ceramics with a rooster. And in our workshop, we saw similar kind of things. That they had some stories that they told on pottery, and then they had some roosters, which they still do something similar to this very day. They used to have carvings and paintings of roosters. अभी भी यही होता है. Now still they carry the same tradition after so many years.